The PS5 Pro controller I was most eager to get my hands on was definitely the Razer Wolverine V2 Pro. For someone who enjoys having as many extra buttons as possible on a controller, the Wolverine V2 Pro appeared to be the best choice. 6 programmable buttons, the Razer name, and the Xbox Wolverine line's history? That had to add up to a pretty convincing bundle, in my opinion. The Razer Wolverine V2 Pro has certainly not let me down, but I am a little disappointed that it hasn't shot to the top of my best PS5 controller power rankings. A heavier controller than the DualSense Edge, it feels incredibly substantial in the hands, and has a longer battery life. Although the 2 additional shoulder buttons from the Razer line are great additions, the back button's awkward location limits the potential that this pad could have. The Wolverine V2 Pro has a lot going for it, but with a price tag of $250. The V2 Pro will look familiar if you're familiar with the Razer Wolverine brand of Xbox controllers. Razer has effectively taken the Wolverine V2 Chroma and modified it to match the PS5's design language by removing the face buttons and adding a touch pad, and easily marked from normal use. As you see from the photographs, it is available in white and black or in an all-black form. The Wolverine V2 Pro joins the top PC controllers on the market because it is also PC compatible. A USB-A dongle with a lightning-fast 2.4 GHz wireless connection can be used to utilize it wirelessly. You'll be happy to know that the Wolverine V2 Pro boasts some well-known LED strips that frame its face if you enjoy vibrant lighting or already own other Razer gaming hardware. These can be controlled using the Razer Chroma RGB program, and the reason I say they are recognizable is because they are pulled directly from the Chroma edition. These, in my opinion, are pretty good design details that set the controller apart from its competitors. 4 tiny face buttons with brief actuation points are present on board. These are really responsive in a game and are nice and clicky under the thumb. Aside from an 8-way microswitch D-pad that feels more like it slides than it presses down, there are 2 asymmetrical analog sticks. Below the main PS button, you also have mute and MFB buttons that improve usefulness. There are 2 more bumper buttons, your typical shoulders, and a few comfortable triggers up top. There are trigger stops, however just with 1 level, as is typical for many controllers today. Overall, the new Wolverine weighs 279 grams, which is around 1 gram lower than the DualSense Edge and the original DualSense. The V2 Pro feels heavier than its 279 grams weight would suggest because of its large frame and girth. Battery life is about 10 hours with chroma lighting on, while without it, a full charge is reportedly good for up to 28 hours. 28 hours is exactly what I observed, and even with the lights on, it appeared to last longer than 10. Razer's controller mobile app, which is a little difficult to pair to but works well once you're inside, allows you to personalize everything. Strangely enough, there is an option called Sensitivity Clutch that is supposedly made for specific gaming situations where you want to change the stock sensitivity. I truly like the Wolverine V2 Pro's broader feel. Outside of Razer's products, PlayStation controllers aren't often this bulky. In that sense, it reminds me of the Naken Revolution Unlimited, while the Razer Raiju Tournament Edition will be a better comparison if you're familiar to that model. In a similar vein, I really appreciate the stick cap's width. This leads me to my second complaint about these buttons. The texture scores give them a somewhat soft appearance, but when you press on them, they feel really stiff, making them even more difficult to use. It's a shame because it would have made a significant impact if they had been positioned along the grips or even little less in the middle of the controller. On the other hand, the extra bumpers are amazing and allowed me more usefulness in Hun Showdown beyond other professional controllers. When I completely ignored the back buttons and played a more calming game like Chained Echoes or Sable, I found it to be considerably more comfortable to handle. It's simply a shame that I had to overlook the main selling factor in order to enjoy myself the best. For the price, I am a little let down that there is absolutely no tactile or vibration feedback. While you are paying more money for more buttons, it seems a bit excessive to not also receive additional attachments, a carry bag, or even any rumbling for the price. Another PS5 Pro controller that vibrates and is far less expensive than Razer's is the Scuff Reflex. The Razer Wolverine V2 Pro definitely has as many buttons as a PS5 or PC controller can offer you if that's what you desire. It was nice to have 6 additional buttons, and I hope more controllers would add the additional bumpers the Wolverine does. Sadly, these back buttons weren't positioned in a comfortable or even logical location, at least not in my hands. Even though it costs more than its competitors and provides significantly less value for the money, I'd have wanted to declare this to be my new favorite PS5 controller. I'd suggest the Victrix Pro BFG if you're seeking for unrivaled performance and value. However, there are many positive aspects of Razer's most recent Wolverine. It serves as a worthy rival to the DualSense Edge and demonstrates just how useful additional buttons can be. Additionally, the battery life is among the greatest you'll find. This is a real heavyweight, especially if you enjoy bulky controllers. I had a lot of anticipation for the Wolverine V2 Pro. In the end, I definitely approve of it. I'm a little disappointed that it's not for me. I don't know what you think, so write it in the comment area. Have a nice day and see you soon.